This is the best settings on the Insta360 GO Ultra. So let's begin the video now. I've owned the Insta360 GO Ultra for a number of months now, and I've come to the conclusion that the settings that I'm going to be explaining in this video are the most optimal and best settings that you could be using with your Insta360 GO Ultra. So without further ado, let's begin the video now. All right, so firstly, you're gonna wanna use 4K 30 frames per second with the Insta360 GO Ultra. I do understand that the Insta360 GO Ultra has 4K 60 frames per second, but you cannot turn priority mode or face mode with the Insta360 GO Ultra on 4K 60, so 4K 30 is a lot better in order to enhance the overall qualities of your face, because you don't want to look too blurry in 4K 60 frames per second. Understandably, it looks a lot sicker, but if you want your face and overall silhouette to be 100% visible, I would recommend 4K 30 frames per second. But overall, definitely have priority mode on for sure. Now, after using the Insta360 GO Ultra for a number of months now, as previously mentioned before, I personally like Mega View the most, just because it gives a little bit of a slight kind of globe-like distortion, if that makes any sense. But it also kind of showcases the background really well, and then pretty much showcases yourself in the best possible way possible. You're never not going to be on frame with Mega View, and I personally like Mega View the most. And obvious second and third is like linear dewarp, all that, but I do like the way Mega View looks out of all the certain views the most. So if you are using the Insta360 GO Ultra, in my opinion, use Mega View. Gets the background really nicely, and it gets yourself quite nice too as well. So another thing to mention too as well is you must maintain standard stabilization with the Insta360 GO Ultra. Yeah, you could use high stabilization too as well, but it just distorts the screen a little smaller. And if you want to make the most out of your surrounding and space to showcase everything, including yourself, standard looks the most best. And to be fair though, as you can see, if you just wiggle around a bit, it still looks pretty stable and you have enough space around you, so standard stabilization is the best on the GO Ultra. In terms of the filters over here on the Insta360 GO Ultra, I personally like standard video mode the best. There's other filters like vivid, film, all those mumbo jumbo jazzes, but I personally like standard for the simplicity the most, and it just captures the correct amount of numbers or colors, and it's just the best in my opinion. So use standard video mode with the GO Ultra. So in terms of video ratio, I think most of the time 16:9 is the best, but if you're kind of an editing junkie or like a post-production fiend, if you want to call it like that, you like to edit and stuff like that, arguably 4:3 is also good. Then you can stretch out the video so you're a little bit closer in. If you're too lazy to do all of that, you can just do 16:9 and then film out and about, and then that's pretty much about it. You can also use free frame over here on the Insta360 GO Ultra, but there's no stabilization with it, so I wouldn't recommend it. If it's a still shot, free frame is probably the best. Yeah, to cover more of that too as well, because it's better when you use free frame, you can interchangeably choose your view ratio, and then you can choose kind of the ratio if you want to shoot it for vertical or horizontal videos. It's all there in options, so if you do want to have that option of choosing whichever way you want to have your video and to post it out into different platforms, yeah, arguably free frame is the best. But again, you won't be able to have good stabilization, so if you're doing a walk and talk vlog sort of like this, then I don't recommend it. I would just stick on 16:9 or 4:3 and then just go out and about and vlog. Pretty simple that way too as well. Now I know a lot of people are going to mention, oh, why don't you use iLog mode? Didn't iLog mode just come out with the Insta360 GO Ultra? I mean, in any case, yes, I would normally use iLog, but the way I use iLog and color grading, I would just use the app and then just put a LUT over kind of the base footage. Just because it is 8-bit, I do notice a little bit of a lack of color overall because of the 8-bit not being 10-bit. So I think at this moment in time, standard video mode is the best with the Insta360 GO Ultra. So kind of for the vast majority of you people out there, I think standard video mode is the best, and we could just pause on iLog, kind of like most people for now. But if you're more of an advanced creator, by the way, I will mention too as well, iLog is a solution for you. Even if it is 8-bit, you can find a way out of it and then use a LUT that perfectly suits the Insta360 GO Ultra while being an 8-bit and make it work with all enough colors or just colors in general that will suffice. I'm not in the know of that quite yet, so for now I'm just going to use standard video mode, much like most people. Also, to pretty much wrap everything together, for EV I do put -0.3 just for a little bit of a darkness. It looks a bit better. And also for white balance, I just put everything on auto, the vast majority of things on auto, because when you interchangeably go from inside to outside, it's a bit confusing to always change your white balance, so just allow the camera in itself to do it for you. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier. Also to note too as well, for video sharpness, I like to put on low, because you don't want that over sharpening action camera look. I'm not a huge fan of that, and I think it just looks better with less sharpness. So always keep it to low. I think that's the best with the Insta360 GO Ultra. And to wrap everything all up here, you also want to put on jitter blur reduction. You don't want those flickering lights in the middle of your videos. If you're like messing up with your frame rates, that kind of alleviates that. And then also you won't experience weird colors or kind of like weird motions. So I would recommend putting jitter blur reduction on, and you'll just be safe and good to go from there. In terms of microphone connectivity, you can either use a DJI microphone or a Insta360 microphone. Anything will work. But I would recommend having the receiver on the Insta360 GO Ultra and not via Bluetooth, because that's the best audio quality. Alrighty, so with all things considered, if you are thinking about ND filters here over on the Insta360 GO Ultra in terms of the best settings for that, I would recommend an ND filter under the name of Freewell. To provide you with a variety of really good ND filters coming in different types of specifications and even really specialized ones. As an example, this ultraviolet ND filter, as well as this diffusion glow mist. Now, judging by the environment, we are indoors and it's currently in the evening to nighttime hours of the day. So we can't utilize ND filters to pretty much the fullest capabilities. They're kind of like polarized sunglasses for our cameras. So in any case, because I'm unable to use the rest of this lot here, we'll go ahead and try the diffusion glow mist over here in King Square right now to compare the difference between the standard lens and this. Alrighty, so in any case, this is what I look like with the diffusion mist ND filter. This is a filter that you can use more so in indoors and outdoors interchangeably. The rest you have to use it outdoors in very bright type situation days, but this is a very cool look if you want to use it as an option too as well. And in the bureau right now, you're also going to see, all you got to do is just lefty-loosey the lens out. And then the next step is going to be the ND filter. So you're going to see a little cute case that it's currently held in, and then you open up the case. There's going to be the ND filter, you righty-tighty the screw onto the lens, and then you're pretty much good to go. Here we back are on the lens, and then we're just going to transfer back over to the standard lens now. Okay, so now we're back on the standard lens with the Insta360 GO Ultra, and that's pretty much it to the video. So please take a look at the affiliate links down below in regards to Freewell. Thank you again for the partnership and collaboration. You can click on the affiliate link down below to get discounts on Freewell ND filters. So I would highly recommend you check that out to enhance the overall quality of your Insta360 GO Ultra content creation along with Insta360 and Freewell. So thank you guys again, and leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.